Chat here on a Sunday afternoon real quick before I start making some burgers for dinner, and decided I'm going to take a look at one from Evil Twin. First time to the channel. Thanks for swinging by to check out the video, and of course remember to hit that like. And remember, we always like when you comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So we always want to have you doing all that stuff on the channel here. But I'm going to take a look at one from Evil Twin and just get the chat situated here. And this is actually their Grand Cru Cuvee Double Barrel Edition. Get that up there so you can check that out. Camera comes through a lot nicer in the daytime than it does at night with all the glare and stuff. So there you go right there. And this is one that has a lot of stuff happening with it. So we'll get into it here in a second. And I'm going to flip it over here so you can actually check out the a better look at what the label would actually look like. So let me grab that real quick. And there you can see that there. This one is got a lot of stuff happening. We talk about Cuvee, and we always make a joke because if you ever watch Joe from the Beer Patrol, he always Cuvees his beers, so to speak, which is really blending two beers together. This is a double barrel edition. And this one is a maple bourbon and Marcella wine barrel aged stout that is blended with a barley wine style ale blend. This one itself comes in with an ABV here of 12.5%. So a nice one to get the party started, so to speak. And again, it is the double barrel edition. So they do have one away from this one, which is kind of their base version. This is the one that's kind of souped up. Full disclosure, I've had this before on tap. I've never gotten it in the can, so it's my first time of actually checking this one out here on hand. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this one has to offer. If there is any difference, if it's as good as it was on tap, then it'll be an enjoyable experience. Big shout out to Erie. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you, Bamboo. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well. Craig over in Camp BeerVentures. Cheers. A lot of good people up right now. What's going on, everybody? And everybody's saying hello to each other, which is always good and nice. And Bamboo ran a stream a little bit ago. Gotta say, sad day for anybody that's kind of sports fan, or even maybe not sports fan, just sad overall. We'd all just found out that the helicopter crash with Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter on that one. And then there was the pilot, and from what I've heard, there was also another player, I think, for his daughter's school where they were going to, and one of the parents there. So, sad day for news coming out of the LA area. But you just never know. That's why you got to take every day and enjoy it as much as you can. You just never know when that car is going to get pulled on you. So, thoughts out to that family, all the families involved there, and everything taking place going forward. So, go ahead and get this baby poured into the glass here. And with it being a stout, we know to expect that nice dark color. I think this glass might hold all 16 ounces. It's getting there. But I'm going to stop a little bit because I'm already at the rim. And there you can see that right there. Nice darkness. Get a little bit of a head, about a finger of head, which with a lot of these bigger ABV beers, the head's not going to last as long. It's already down in that time of talking about a half finger. Can't see anything through it if I get a light behind it. It's pretty much jet black, so pretty much dead on color. Nice aroma that you get out of it. You get a little bit of a dark fruit type feel out of this one here. I'm getting a little bit of that kind of a little bit of a licorice in the back end, which is common because of the barley wine. A little bit of a plum type feel. But I'm also picking up some of the qualities that go along with the wine. Definitely has like a white wine type feel there as well from the barreling that was used. And from the stout itself, I do pick up notes of the chocolate. So a very layered type beer. A lot of stuff happening with this one. Taste-wise. Wow. I don't know what Evil Twin does, but they do everything pretty much right. Nice pop of the flavor on this one. You get a feel, being a stout, you're getting a nice coffee presence. You're getting a little bit of that roastiness of the stout, but you're also picking up some of the qualities on the back end from the wine barreling. You get a little bit of the oaky feel from the bourbon barrels, and it just comes together so nice. As I'm sitting here talking, more tones are rising with the chocolate from the stout portion. You really feel it nicely into the back of the throat area, just hanging around very nicely. Very smooth. You get a nice sweetness from the malts in play. Get a nice feel in the cheeks. Has a little bit of a stickiness where the flavors are sticking to your tongue there. Body wise, you're definitely dealing with a more full body type beer, but it's not overly heavy. This one you can actually drink through rather quickly, as I'm doing right now, which probably isn't the best idea at 12.5%, but it does go down that smoothly. If you ever seen Evil Twin beer, I would just say pick it up if you're curious about them, because very, very rarely do you get disappointed in something. Obviously, you want to make sure you know it's the style that you enjoy. But whether they're doing stouts or they're doing pale ales, doing farmhouse, whatever it may be, it seems like they are always right where they need to be. I like how it's kind of weird. I feel a little bit of that drying quality from the wine barreling, but at the same point, it's matched by the sweetness of the malt. So it's not an overly type drying type experience. You feel a little bit of a drying trickle in there, but then the sweetness just takes over. And Bamboo said hello to Stream Elements. That's funny. And he asked Beard if he was going live later. I know Beard was debating. I think he was thinking about taking off tonight. So I don't know if the Collected Beard changes his mind and does a fun day tonight or not. But if you like that feel of a roastiness of the coffee as well, you definitely get that in play. I know Erie's a big coffee fan, and you do have a nice feel of a coffee type quality with this beer here. But a very nice one from Evil Twin. Would definitely say pick it up. Again, I don't know if they do sell these in packs. It's probably packs of 4. I just picked up the one. It was solid on draft. It's solid in the can. Evil Twin is just knocking stuff out of the park. They just opened a brewery last year in New York finally. Usually they would brew from different locations. And if you're not familiar with Evil Twin, if you know McKellar, it's actually the brother of the person that runs McKellar as well. So McKellar beers are also solid in that regard. But yes, I would say to definitely check that one out. It is one that I'm glad I did pick up again, and it is just about as good as it was when it was on draft. So very pleased with that one. Big cheers to Blake in the house. What is going on, Blake TV? And then Beer said, not sure, might skip the Sunday fun day to go to bed, wake up around 2 to 2:30 to make up videos. Yeah, I'm going to probably do some stuff later to put some videos out during the week, because I'm probably not going to do any more lives, maybe until Thursday or so when we do the show, but we'll see what happens. Or Tuesday over on Allen on the Eclectic Beard if we do the show Tuesday night. Yes, here, you do love some coffee for sure. But yeah, a nice solid one. Getting a little bit more of that bourbon feel in it right now. That's coming through. A nice amount of quality to the beer. A nice stickiness to the beer. And definitely one, if you like barrel-aged beers, I would say definitely give it a shot. But this is, again, the Grand Cru Cuvee Double Barrel Edition from Evil Twin. Outside of that, I'm going to go ahead and make it a quick one here. Just wanted to jump on and do something real quick. Hopefully everybody else is having a good Sunday. I kind of got bummed out earlier seeing the whole Kobe thing. It was kind of like watching... I was actually started watching The Outsider. If anybody has HBO, that just started a few weeks ago. So I did like a binge watch today for about 3 hours. Damn good show thus far. So, and of course I was watching it, I'm like, this sounds like a Stephen King thing. And I saw one of the credits that it was actually Stephen King that came up with it from one of his books. So was watching that and then turned that off, and then my Facebook was blowing up with stuff, and then I saw the news about Kobe, and kind of bummed me out a little bit there. So I figured I'd have a nice little beer here and kick back. And on my Facebook, I put up a little video from one of the other YouTube channels, Board Films. If you ever get a chance to check that channel out, they had a little Kobe tribute back when he retired from the NBA. It had a lot of his highlight type footage, but like I said, take every day as it could be your last, and you know, try to live without any regrets, I guess, and keep moving forward. And we just never know. That all being said, yeah, right. That was like a sucker punch to the gut hearing that happen. It was 41 years old, so definitely young. And this year has been like a good amount of people already affected in the news, like some of the celebrity stuff. But that was one that was really a shocker, being that young and stuff. They had one point in a report coming out saying Rick Fox was also on the helicopter, but that was false from everything I've seen too. So you just never know. You just never know. And we know like some of the other young people that were, that 27, that celebrities that had died at age 27. You just don't know when it can happen. You have players, not just players, just people in general that, only obviously you get noticed when you're an entertainer or you're a sports athlete or something like that. But, regular people, just things happen. You just don't know. That's why it's like you got to go out there and enjoy and do the most you can. I watched an interesting video yesterday off of Twitter, and it was Kevin Hart at a Rock Nation party with Jay Z and P Diddy and a bunch of other people there. There were, people there, and Kevin Hart was talking, and he pretty much said, your whole life is basically writing a book, and the only thing you got to do is figure out what you want to have for that ending. So every day, what are you doing to make the ending the way you want that ending to be when your book is over? So, go out there and write that book, because you never know when you're going to be in that last page, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, Blake said, yeah, I saw that earlier. They confirmed his 13 was on board. Yeah, his 13-year-old daughter was on board, and there was another player and their parent on board as well, besides the pilot. So that's the 5 people. They haven't given up the other people's names and stuff yet, I believe. Obviously, you got to notify family and all that kind of stuff before they do that. But, yeah, just a sad tragedy. I got text from my sister and did not think it was true. Yeah, a lot of people didn't think it was true when it first came out, because with social media, you have a lot of things that pop up that aren't true. A lot of false type things, saying athletes or entertainers had died, and you find out later, that wasn't true, whatever. So I didn't post anything until I found out from other sources, because initially it came in from TMZ, and sometimes TMZ I think can be a little shady on stuff, but I saw TMC, and then I saw I think it was like People had something out there, and then there was some other one. Then I saw MSNBC had something come out, but they didn't say the names because they were confirming everything. And then finally, ESPN came out, and all the other channels, Fox Sports, local news stations, and watching the game. They had, after I got done watching the show, I turned on the Michigan State game. They had the blurb on there at halftime. The guys of that game were talking about it, and both of the guys that were commentators with the one guy, they were both teary-eyed. One of the guys played with Kobe when he was in his second year, and Kobe was a rookie. Another guy had known him for a number of years, and so it hit a lot of people hard, and 41 puts him right in that age group for a lot of, towards the end of maybe some of the millennials, but into the Gen X type people that were watching sports. He was one of the athletes we had during our time there, so it's just sad to see, but we all know we got a day coming, so just go out there and enjoy it and do what you can to make it more positive as you head towards yours. Alan says, all right, homies, I'm going back to playing my Sega game and just chill. Roger, I'll let you know if I decide to go Sunday Funny or not. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, let me know. I'll be around tonight, so let me know if you want to do that. If not, I might be just doing some videos to release later this week. I got a couple beers from Beer Man that he sent me that I'm going to try to get those videos out. But I'm going to go ahead and jump out too, so I can go ahead and get this dinner made, and then I'm going to kick back and relax a little bit, catch up, do some other stuff before the work week hits me tomorrow. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Sunday, and if you're having a nice beer, hopefully it's a great beer. If there's beers you want to see, as I always say, let me know. Leave a comment in the comments section, and I want to try to bring you guys what I can. It's just so funny. Yesterday, I had a comment back at today from Sonami Yan 36, who was the newest subscriber to the channel. He had mentioned about me doing a platform beer. I just so happened to have that beer, so I did the video last night, and he was pleased. So any beers you guys want to see or talk about, always feel free to let me know. And also, if you're not familiar I do have the website out there where I put a lot of other stuff that might not be videos, but other beer type news. So you can go to rajbeerventures.com and you can see a lot of the stuff that is on the website and different things along those lines. And that's just another outlet to get to some of the beer type stuff that I'm doing. But that all being said, thanks for swinging by to check out another video. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody, and happy Sunday.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better come.